not closing on Matthes at all. And to me, Jeff looks very much like a winner tonight.
Rider number 20, Jeff Matthes has 1 lap to go. He's going to win this one, Dave, if he keeps it upright, and he is happy. The way, rather, to his first one. There it is. Arms up in the air. Usually that's a field goal, but here in Vegas, I think we're going to call it blackjack. We're going to call it put your money on the roulette wheel and take it all home. Hit the Big Daddy slot. He's got it all. Boy, is he happy.
Hey guys, I'm Steve Matthes for Racer X Films. We're out here at Milestone today, and I'm wearing my sweet Oakley blades from 1990 because what we're doing today is I took the time to go back, get myself away from the computer, get back to being a mechanic, and I rebuilt a 1990 Kawasaki KX250 that I bought off Craigslist for $600. He was asking $700. I got it for $600 and I rebuilt it and put number 20 on it because Jeff "Chicken" Matthes wore that number in 1990 when he almost won the AMA 250 Supercross crown. So I thought I would get Chicken back out here and Nick Way and see if this thing at all is any good and if they really want to race Anaheim with it. So I dusted off my tools, broke the bike down to its frame. I got my friend Tony Berluti to do the motor for me. I got W Wheels to help me with some brand new wheels. Race Tech did my suspension for me and coated it to give it that factory look. UFO makes plastic for this thing. I got some help from Babbitt's Kawasaki for OEM parts. New bearings, new seals, new axles, new bolts. Basically went through this thing, right through it, and made it as good as new as I can get. Had some problems finding some stickers, but got those from Ringmaster Images. Got a seat cover off of eBay. Actually, eBay was quite my friend for this thing. And basically some help from different people that support me. Works Connection gave me some parts for it, and I went ahead and started building it. And it was fun, you know. It was a lot of work, but it was fun to build something straight up from the ground. And we're going to see how Nick Way and Chicken like it today. And truthfully, I just hope nothing falls off.
Project 90 bike, just got off it, brought back some memories. It was actually a lot better than I thought it would be. One of the funnest days of riding for me in a long time, that's for sure. You know, the 1990 Cowie for me was definitely my favorite bike. It did everything right. They changed in 91. And I wasn't so happy with it. But for me, this is the ultimate bike right here. 1998 was the last time I was on a two-stroke. It's just the overall feel of the bike. You have to actually ride this to go fast, where the 450 Cowie, you can just turn the throttle and basically go. You know, you don't have to worry about what gear you're in or your momentum in or out of the turn. All that matters on the two-stroke. And it's just, you got to be on your toes the whole time.
I'm Nick Way. I ride for Team Mafia Moto Crew, and I was out here today with El Pollo, riding the 1990 Kawasaki, put together, tuned by the one and only Pulpamex. When Steve called me about riding this 24-year-old two-stroke 250, I was like, and then he said, I'm going to make it the Matthes replica, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in, I'm down. Because I've always, as a little guy, I would study all the catalogs. I wore all the same gear Matthes had, begging my dad for this chest protector, those gloves, whatever. Because I've always been kind of like pretty pumped on my look, and I think this guy was super influential on that. As a little guy, I would always try to watch the races as much as I can, because obviously the coverage wasn't as good as it is now. But to come out here and ride a bike in which he almost won the series on is it's a good experience to come out here and hang out with Jeff and do a little riding on this old bike. Honestly, over the years, all of the bikes have seemed to be getting a little bit more rigid, and I think this was this had the most grip on the front end of any bike I've ever ridden. Honestly, I could see where it was probably pretty good for Supercross because I think it's obviously in standard form, so it feels like the wheelbase is pretty short and it turns super tight, like the clamps are really, really tight on it. So, yeah, I could see where it would be a good bike in Supercross, especially with how the frame set up with this little link thing and where the shock mount, so it made it even more flexible, I guess, which would probably add grip in whoops and such. So I could see where it may be a bit of an issue for someone who had a lot of time on it as like a consumer bike, but as a race bike where you're changing parts all the time, it's probably ideal. Well, I own a 2004 two-stroke 250, so I'm a fan of these things. Well, obviously, I own multiple two-strokes. I have some in Michigan, and I have one in California, which I've ridden recently, so I was stoked to try this out because, honestly, you can modify the engine and such and make it pretty fast, but that kind of defeats the purpose. So it's cool to see how this thing runs in stock form, and obviously, it's cool to just try the chassis and get the experience of riding the bike that Chicken has so much success on. As far as it doing anything better than the current four-stroke in which I ride, I definitely think it definitely turns better. Probably due to the fact that it has zero engine braking and also that it feels really light. But honestly, it feels really small, so I don't know. I feel like if you push the envelope, you're probably going to crash pretty hard.
Feels great. This is my whole life dream right here, winning a 250cc Camel Supercross race, and tonight, you know, it came true. It just shows that with a little hard work and a lot of determination, your dreams can come true.
Yeah, I mean, when Steve told me that he rebuilt it, I got a little bit more confidence when he told me that Berluti helped him with the engine and such, so I figured, you know, I don't really have a problem catching air on it if Berluti worked on it.